Hey everyone, it's Schmuckles. Don't mind my hair, I just got out of the shower. Today we're going to talk about if Chapter 32 is confirmed to be a licensed chapter. Literal answer to that question, no, it is not confirmed to be a licensed chapter. But there's been new news and information during this alleged teaser week for Chapter 32 to heavily suggest that it is licensed. And we're going to cover all of the news in this video. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm also live on Twitch right now streaming Dead by Daylight, link for that in the description below. So first things first, that live stream for the anniversary, which is going to reveal Chapter 32 is 1 week from today, which means that we are actually in teaser week right now for this new chapter. We haven't seen any teasers so far this week, and for those of you that have been following chapter releases for Dead by Daylight, should know that this heavily suggests that this next chapter is going to be licensed. There's nothing leaked saying Chapter 32 is going to be an original chapter, which means that if it was original, behavior would certainly go forward with a full-blown teaser week before the anniversary. Think back to the teaser season of last chapter with the original character, the Unknown. Behavior was giving out teases up to a week and a half before the release of that chapter. For the recent licensed chapters, there's been absolutely no teasers during teaser week. The licensed survivor Alan Wake received no teasers during the week before his release. The Child's Play license was not teased during teaser week in any way, shape, or form. The only time Chucky was teased was the day before the release of the PTB. Alien was actually straight revealed on the Wednesday before the PTB, and there was actually no teaser for Alien. So what I'm getting around to here is that licensed chapters are not receiving teasers anymore. This is likely because licensed collaborations are likely under the wraps and top secret over there at Behavior Interactive. So they don't really mess around with teasers anymore, and maybe that's actually led to some of the leaks that we've seen with licenses in the past. And all this information is kind of independent of the fact that we think that D&D Vecna is coming into the game next. We were able to predict that Alan Wake was going to be a licensed paragraph. And the reason for that is Dweet from the DBD Leaks community has been able to leak original chapters for the past year now. Dweet leaked the Singularity and the fact that Chapter 31, the Unknown, was going to be an original chapter. And we think that this comes from a DBD mobile source that happens to know about upcoming original chapters. Well, Dweet hasn't really said anything about this chapter being licensed or original. So my question would be, if Chapter 32 is original, how come Dweet doesn't know about it? This is the exact same logic that we used to predict that Chapter 30.5 was a licensed survivor paragraph, and that actually turned out to be true. On May 5th, Dweet actually tweeted out, "What are some known scrapped content from Dead by Daylight? Comment any you can think of." And DBD Leaks actually tweeted out, they haven't actually been active on Twitter for a very long time. This was actually today. DBD Leaks said Resident Evil is planned to have 4 map variants, but due to time constraints, they only made 2. Also, there's 1 scrapped licensed chapter. Perhaps it's something related to this year's anniversary chapter, with a little shush face emoji. So it's entirely possible that DBD Leaks actually knows something that we all don't. We know that DBD Leaks has always stood by and advocated for the scrapped Rainbow Room that was supposed to come in with an alleged Stranger Things Part 2 chapter. This is something that DBD Leaks actually said definitely happened behind the scenes and could be what they're actually alluding to here. There's a little bit of confusion to that narrative because that would actually be alluding to a Stranger Things licensed chapter for the anniversary, and it actually seems like those alleged leaks are pointing towards a Dungeons & Dragons version of Vecna, not Stranger Things. Is DBD Leaks explicitly saying that Stranger Things is the anniversary chapter here? No, they're not. I'm sort of just trying to connect the dots based on what they've said in the past. They don't actually mention which license they're talking about here. I just thought it was interesting that DBD Leaks actually spoke up here. They've always been a credible source, so it's entirely possible that they know something that we don't. And actually yesterday, before any teasers would have been released for this chapter, Gorgira from the DBD Leaks community said no teasers this week. It'll all be revealed next Tuesday during the stream. I kind of have to reiterate this every single time I bring Gorgira onto the channel. She posts a combination of leaks, educated guesses, as well as just messes around from time to time. So I'm not entirely sure if Gorgira actually knows something that we don't. So we just have this tweet on our records. Gorgira calling out before any teasers would have been released if teaser week actually went forward, and saying that there weren't going to be any teasers this week, and that seems to be the case up to this point. DBD Leaks did mention a scrapped license. Matthew Cote also mentioned a scrapped license to Polyester and the King in an interview, and then I posted on Twitter 4 possible options for what the scrapped license could have been, and Matthew Cote said it was none of these. I think it's worth noting here that I put Stranger Things Part 2 chapter, so if Matthew Cote is being honest here saying none of these licenses were the scrapped license, could Matthew Cote have been talking about a D&D Vecna license? I'm not really quite sure exactly how things would have played out behind the scenes, but it does seem like DBD Leaks might know something that we don't, and according to Matthew Cote, none of these licenses were the scrapped license. Content creator Scott John also posted this on Dead by Daylight Twitter, which got a lot of traction. The Vecna Eve of Ruin closely coincides with the PTB's release time and is starting to make me think that the leaker was accurate. People also have to realize that this is not Stranger Things Vecna. And of course, Scott John here is talking about the Vecna Eve of Ruin digital and physical bundle, which is on sale on the Dungeons & Dragons website right now. We can see the timing here shows us that it is actually slated for 1 week after the release of the PTB, so that would be May 21st for the actual release of Vecna Eve of Ruin, confirmed by the Dungeons & Dragons website. Recall in the last Killer Theories video we talked about something that Scott Cawthon said recently about the FNAF franchise. He said, and I quote, "I have something fun planned for the 10-year anniversary of FNAF and I hope to post about that soon." And we were pretty much like, well, they've already revealed so much about the plans for the 10-year anniversary. There's a couple new games and we were wondering what else could this possibly be. Well, on May 5th, Steelwool Studios actually posted this. Steelwool Studios actually developed FNAF Security Breach. They said the wait is over. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 arrives on MetaQuest May 9th. They said brace yourself for the horror and the fun. Get ready for a heart-pounding VR experience. Pre-order your adventure now. So could this be what Scott Cawthon was talking about when he said an upcoming announcement? I'm not entirely up to speed with the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, but I do understand that Scott Cawthon did receive some backlash in regards to this Reddit post. Following the backlash from Scott Cawthon's recent Reddit post, Pinky Phils will be stepping away from working on the Five Nights at Freddy's projects indefinitely. She was recently working on a game for the franchise's upcoming 10th anniversary. 5 days ago, Scott Cawthon posted this on Reddit. "I wanted to update the situation about Pinky Pills. Claudia has decided to move on to other projects and I respect her decision. She did a lot of good work for FNAF over the years. So there's a final update on the situation. Everyone enjoy your weekend." Pinky Pills also announced on their Twitter account that they're going to be stepping away from FNAF as well. Pinky Pills is an illustrator, concept artist, character designer, 2D game artist, and cartoonist. Pinky Pills is the official Five Nights at Freddy's artist, and also the designer of the Glamrock animatronics. So could some sort of collaboration or new game made with Pinky Pills be what Scott Cawthon was actually talking about when he said that there's going to be a new announcement for the 10-year anniversary of FNAF? This could be a potential avenue where FNAF is not the anniversary chapter for Dead by Daylight. Anyways, I just wanted to hit everybody with all the new news that came out this week. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm also live on Twitch right now streaming Dead by Daylight, link for that in the description below. That does it for this video. Goodbye.